Welcome once again to Alchemy online class. In previous class, I gave the homework. The homework was draw diagrams of land breeze and sea breeze. I hope that you have drawn the diagrams and done the homework. In the previous class, we learnt about the processes of transfer of heat like convection and radiation in detail. Today we are going to start with the new topic of the chapter, which is the last topic of the chapter, that is kinds of clothes we wear in summer and winter. In summers, we prefer light color clothes and in winter we wear dark color woolen clothes. Why is it so? The reason behind this is explained well in your textbook by two different activities. In the first activity, take two vessels and paint one vessel with the black color from outside and paint the other vessel with white color from outside. Then take same amount of water in both the vessels and keep them in the midday sun for at least 1 hour. After 1 hour, you touch the water of both the vessels and feel what is the temperature of this water. You will feel that the water which is there in the black color vessel is more warmer than the water there in the light color. In the second activity, take the same vessels and put the same amount of water in them and then keep these vessels in a shadow or at a room temperature. You will find after 10 to 15 minutes that the water in the vessel which is painted black from outside is warmer. Here you can use the thermometer. You can measure the temperature of both the vessels using the thermometer and you will get the result that the water there in the black painted vessel is warmer than the water there in the white painted vessel. It is because the dark surfaces absorb more heat than the light surfaces, and the light or white surface can reflect most of the heat, so they are cooler than the dark surfaces. That's why we prefer light color clothes in summer, because they keep us cool, while dark color clothes are worn during the winters. In winters we are wearing the woolen clothes. Wool is a poor conductor of heat and the wool fibers are having spaces in between them, so the air gets trapped in these spaces. So whenever we are wearing the woolen clothes, the air is serving as an insulator and it is not allowing the body heat to go out, and that's why we are feeling warm from inside. That's why we are wearing the woolen clothes during winter. Suppose you are given a choice in winter, either use a thick blanket or two thin blankets joined together. Here if you are choosing the thick blanket and if you are choosing the two thin blankets joined together, there is one difference, that if you are choosing the two thin blankets joined together, you will get rid of the cold more than the thicker one, because these two thin blankets are having space in between them in which the air is trapped and it is keeping you warm more than the one thick blanket. Same way, when you are constructing the houses, you can construct the house such a way that it will not be affected by the heat and cold of outside weather. This can be done by using the hollow bricks while constructing the building. So walls can be made from the hollow bricks and which are trapping the air in between the holes of it, the porous brick, so the air will not allow the outside heat to go inside and inside heat to go outside, and this will make the room comfortable to live in. Now this is the end of this chapter. We are going to start with the textbook exercises of this chapter. The first question of your textbook is, state the similarities and differences between the laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer. As you all know that the similarities between the laboratory thermometer and a clinical thermometer is that they both are used for measuring the temperature. These both thermometers are having a narrow tube and they are having a bulb at one end of this tube. They both are consist of mercury in them. Now we will see the difference between these two thermometers. A clinical thermometer generally reads from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius temperature, while a laboratory thermometer reads temperature from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. The second difference is clinical thermometer is used to measure the human body temperature, while laboratory thermometers are used in the laboratories. This clinical thermometer has a kink in it which prevents the backflow of mercury in the thermometer's narrow that capillary, and this laboratory thermometer does not have a kink. These are the differences between these two thermometers. Second question is, give two examples each of conductors and insulators of heat. The answer is, conductors are iron and copper and insulators are plastic and wood.
Third question is, fill in the blanks. First fill in the blank is, the hotness of an object is determined by its dash. The answer is temperature. Second fill in the blank is, temperature of boiling water cannot be measured by a dash thermometer. Answer is clinical. Third fill in the blank is, temperature is measured in degree dash. The answer is Celsius or Fahrenheit. Fourth fill in the blank is, no medium is required for transfer of heat by the process of dash. The answer is radiation. Fifth fill in the blank is, a cold steel spoon is dipped in a cup of hot milk. It transfers heat to its other end by the process of dash. The answer is conduction. And the last fill in the blank is, clothes of dash colors absorb heat better than clothes of light colors. The answer is dark.
This is the end of today's class. We will discuss more questions of the textbook in the next class. Till then, keep learning.